Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. We're presented by the Navy Federal Credit Union. Time to shine the light this week on Navy men's and women's swimming. And of course, ladies first, as we'll start with Reagan Johnson. And, Reagan, for you and your teammates, so much of your careers have been interrupted by things. And now as you head into Patriot League championships, just the fact that you all have been able to do this back-to-back seasons now, what does it mean? And certainly over this course of time, what have been the greatest challenges just getting to this point for you and your teammates?
Hey, first, just thank you for having me. Really excited for the opportunity to talk to you guys today. There have definitely been a lot of challenges over the years. We had a lot of difficulty with COVID. The training for us just wasn't very consistent. Especially my youngster year. But now that we've kind of rerouted into a more normal schedule and more consistency in our training, we've been able to see a lot more results in that consistency. And it's just been really nice having normal schedule again and dual meets and just being able to go into Patriots, knowing that we've been working really hard this season. And I'm really excited to see all of the girls' hard work pay off.
For you all as a team and as a program, I don't know if it's pressure to you all, but I do know it's expectations because this program has an incredible culture of success. How do you all look at it? Do you look at it as pressure to continue it, or is it just a matter of challenging yourself to reach those great expectations that other great leaders within that program have set before you guys?
There's definitely a lot of pressure, but it's kind of up to you to shift the mindset and knowing that, you come to practice every day and you train for, you would know what to expect going into your races. So it's kind of just up to you to train for those races so that you can go into the meet and have that pressure be more of a positive pressure and have confidence in knowing that you've trained up to that point to get the results that you want to see. And as far as the pressure of continuing the legacy, I think it's just knowing that the people before you are there to support you no matter what. So just doing your best is all that really anyone can ask of you.
Look, let's face it. Your brother was awesome here. Your dad was a swimmer. Swimming has been a part of your life and your culture for a long time. So coming to a place where swimming is important is nothing new to you. But knowing what it was when you arrived, having lived through it now, what were the expectations coming in? What's the reality now here on the other end of it?
I think expectations coming into it, I just really wanted to, in high school, I enjoyed the sport, but there reaches a point where you kind of have a little bit of burnout. So I kind of came into this school wanting a new atmosphere, a new team, and hoping that would kind of help me rekindle my passion for the sport. So it was really nice having my brother here. We have very different teams, the guys and the girls team. We're not really co-ed, but we do share the same pool deck. So having my brother there was really nice. And it kind of did help me. Just having him on deck again, and then also just loving the new team that I was a part of. So I don't know, the expectation was kind of just for me to come in and love the sport again, and a result of that is when you're doing something that you do love, you're able to set new goals and having a team that supports you and those goals is definitely important.
You brought up a great point. You brought up the magic word there in terms of burnout. Let's face it, as young athletes, you're training so hard in a sport so competitive, certainly as this is. How did you deal with that? How did you make sure that burnout didn't defeat you before you had a chance to reload, as you mentioned here at the academy?
So I think that the COVID season kind of had a bittersweet result was that we did have 6 months out of the pool, or at least away from the team. So when I was at home, I was fortunate enough to be able to be training outdoors, where we were able to follow COVID protocol. But even then I had probably about like 2 to 3 months off of being able to do a sport that I just kind of rekindled my love with over plebe year. So my thing was just like losing something that I, it was like kind of a love-hate relationship, but not being able to do it for a long period of time kind of just made me to not take it for granted once I was able to get it back, kind of thing. And especially being with the team, being away for as long as we were. I was gone for 8 months. I left in March for spring break. It didn't come back until mid-October, which is a pretty long time. And I haven't spent that much time away from the team since then. So, having had something taken away from you for as long as we did, I think that kind of helped with the burnout, was just having that break, and then knowing that, you can't take things for granted because there's only so much that you can control, and there are a lot of things that can kind of take it away.
No doubt. We that broadcast it, we see the finished product. You that live it every day see the important work that goes into it. And you've seen the amazing swimmers that have come through this program. What is it that makes this legacy so important and so impressive each and every season?
I think we're all just very highly competitive people too, is the thing. So when we do see people that are performing really well, we like allow that competitiveness to show in practice, where we like push each other. So like if you see someone that's performing maybe in the way that you want to be performing, just like, pacing with them during practice, and pushing each other, but in a healthy way, where the competitiveness like allows you to get better as teammates too, not like creating like tension between each other.
Was there a moment during your time here where you maybe even privately said to yourself, okay, I belong here. I belong at this level. I'm good enough to do this? Because as you mentioned, the competitive nature certainly of the room every day, but was there a time where you finally went, yes, I belong here?
I'm not gonna lie, I think there are more times where I questioned not belonging here than the moments where you feel like you belong here. But I would say the end of my second class year, my plebe year, I didn't have an end of season meet because I had a back injury. And then youngster year, none of us had an end of season meet, but my roommate had just tested positive, so I didn't have an end of season meet at all. And then second class year was my first time really like just being able to feel like I was contributing to the legacy of the team. So making Patriot Leagues, I think second class year was really kind of my moment where I felt like I kind of made it, and making it to finals and being able to compete with my teammates, I think is like my point where I kind of really saw myself being a part
certainly,
of it.
I was going to say, certainly recent meets have gone okay leading up. Do you feel like you're doing your best swimming going into Patriot Leagues here coming up?
Yeah, so actually Army, I was kind of surprised by some of my swims. I split my fastest like 50 breaststroke in the relay. Sometimes I let the nerves get to me, but I think at that meet, I really just kind of went into it knowing it was my last Army meet, wanted to swim fast for myself and the girls around me. So that's kind of pushed me through training trip and then to this point now. So I'm kind of going into this end of the season with a little bit more confidence, I think, in knowing and trusting my training. And then just knowing that it's my last meet. So having fun with it.
Have you ever been a part of anything like the streak of your program against Army? And obviously now having lived it over 4 years, you know what that is, what it means there at the academy. But have you ever been a part of anything like that that's been so dominant and so important though at the same time?
No, I really haven't. And I think this year, especially with how great Army's program has been in the past couple of years, they're definitely a growing program. They're really good. And this year we kind of had a little bit of a run for our money. We were a lot closer in our dual meet than we have been in years past. So the competitiveness between our teams, even though it's been, a 34-year streak, it only takes 1 year for that to kind of go away. So no, I've never been a part of anything like it. And there's like, a lot of anxiety that comes with it. It's just knowing like it could be your year type thing, but it's also like definitely pushes you to work harder and practice, like knowing that you want to continue that streak, especially for your 4 years here.
If a recruit comes to you and says, why should I choose to be a part of the Navy women's swimming program, what would you tell her?
Just being a part of the program and being part of the team. The 40 women that I get to swim with every single day are the reason why I choose to come to practice on, and they make my bad days better and my good days, my bad days better and my good days better too. So I don't know. I think that being a part of strong, like a team with 40 strong women who come and work hard every single day and will push you to become the best version of yourself. And then also in the end, just knowing that they're going to be there for you when you graduate. And it's just a great program to be a part of.
Reagan, fantastic stuff. Appreciate the time today. Best of luck to you and your teammates as you try to achieve another Patriot League championship. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.